Chapter 49. There never used to be a yellow-spotted lizard in the town of Green Lake. They didn't come to the area until after the lake dried up. But the townsfolk had heard about the red-eyed monsters living in the desert hills. One afternoon, Sam, the Onion Man, and his donkey, Mary Lou, were returning to his boat, which was anchored just a little offshore. It was late in November, and the peach trees had lost most of their leaves. "Sam!" someone called. He turned around to see 3 men running after him, waving their hats. He waited. "Good afternoon, Walter, Bo, Jess." He greeted them as they walked up, catching their breath. "Oh, glad we caught you," said Bo. "We're going rattlesnake hunting in the morning." Yeah, we want to get some of your lizard juice," said Walker. I ain't scared of no rattlesnake," said Jesse, but I don't want to come across one of them red-eye monsters. I seen one of them once, and it was a nut. I knew, those red eyes. Of course, I hadn't heard about the big black teeth. "Yeah, it's the white tongues that get me, man," said Bo. Sam gave each man 2 bottles of pure onion juice. He told them to drink 1 bottle before going to bed that night, then half of a bottle in the morning, and then half of a bottle around lunchtime. "You sure this stuff works?" asked Walter. "Well, I tell you what," said Sam. "If it doesn't, well, you can come back next week and I'll give you your money back." Walter looked around unsure as Bo and Jesse laughed. Then Sam laughed too. Even Mary Lou let out a rare hee-haw. "And now just remember," Sam told the men before they left, "it's very important you drink a bottle tonight. You gotta get it into your bloodstream. The red-eyed lizards don't like onion blood." Stanley and Zero sat in the back seat of Miss Marengo's BMW. The suitcase lay between them. It was locked, and they decided they'd let Stanley's father try and open it in the workshop. "You don't know what's in it, do you?" she asked. "No," said Stanley. "I didn't think so." The air conditioning was on, but they drove with the windows open as well because, no offense, but you boys really smell bad. Miss Marengo explained that she was a patent attorney. "I'm helping your father with a new product he's invented. He happened to mention your situation, so I did a little investigating. Clyde Livingston's sneakers were stolen sometime before 3:15. I found a young man, Derek Doone, who said that at 3:20 you were in the bathroom fishing your notebook out of a toilet. 2 girls remember seeing you come out of the boys' restroom carrying a wet notebook." Stanley felt his ears redden. Even after everything he'd been through, the memory still caused him to feel shame. "So you couldn't have stolen them," said Miss Marengo. "He didn't. I did," said Zero. "I didn't hear that," said Miss Marengo. I'm sorry. He didn't do it. "I did," said Zero. "You did what?" asked Miss Marengo. "Yeah, I stole the sneakers." The lawyer actually turned around while driving and said, "I didn't hear that. And I advise you to make sure I don't hear it again." What did my father invent?" Stanley asked. "Did he find a way to recycle sneakers?" "No, he's still working on that," explained Ms. Marengo. "But he's invented a product that eliminates foot odor. Here, I've got a sample in my suitcase. I wish I had more. You 2 could bathe in it." She opened her briefcase with one hand and passed a small bottle back to Stanley. It had a fresh and somewhat spicy smell. He handed it to Zero. "What's it called?" Stanley asked. "We haven't come up with a name yet," said Miss Marengo. "It smells familiar," said Zero. "Peaches, right?" asked Miss Marengo. "That's what everybody says." A short while later, both boys fell asleep. Behind them, the sky had turned dark. And for the first time in over 100 years, a drop of rain fell onto an empty lake.